Well. Good morning to some, good evening to others, good day to all. Today, Heyward CPA, live stream. Me at another remote location. I don't need to see my exercise equipment, you know what I'm saying? Back in effect once again.
Live and direct.
Yeah, live and direct to other masters. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. We in the building. So, another episode. Yo, is this the first joint we doing this year, isn't it? I think it is.
I think so.
Yeah, this is the first joint, So this is actually our Happy New Year episode. Yeah, we did a lot of planning for it too. A lot of pre-planning. Great pre-planning.
A great
You know what I'm saying?
pre-production meeting.
Yeah, all pre-production. You know what I'm saying?
Every day is production.
Yeah. So your mic is getting a little snap, crackly, and popping there.
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
You know how to fix that?
I don't know, but let's see. How's that sound?
Sounds like it's distorting or something. I don't know. Where you waiting at? You underground or something?
How's that?
A little bit better. Un poco. I don't know. It might take a bigger.
I think it might be this. How's that?
About the same. But we ain't gonna. I mean, I can understand you. We gotta check the settings on you. How's that? Yeah, try it now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But we're gonna work on it. We'll go back to the tape and show you what's going on. But it will not stop us from having an exhilarating episode. So man, what's been up?
Man,
it's been a long time.
Life, tax season full effect. Right?
Yeah. A whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of businesses are trying to, formulate. So this is heavy business plan season, forecast season.
Yep. Wow.
You know what I mean? I did something exciting though this morning, right?
Oh, what's that?
I've been working up to it. I've been doing it a little here. But, I woke up this morning a little just groggy. So I'm like, all right, I got to get ready for the people. I can't come on here with a slouchy head.
No doubt.
So I'm up to a 1 minute cold shower after the hot shower.
Yeah, that's a lot, yo.
Let me tell you something. If you look into my eyes, you can probably see the future.
Yeah. 1 minute cold shower.
I worked up to that. It started at 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
I'm sure it did.
And I don't like it. I don't like doing it, but the effects or the results are just like amazing.
So what's it do for you?
Helps the circulation.
Okay.
Really helps circulation in the body. Helps the blood flow to the brain. What people don't realize is some new, I'm always thinking about certain things, neurological things in a sense. When we drink coffee, caffeine slows blood blood flow to the brain body.
Absolutely.
Up to 40%.
I can see that.
Right? So that affects your lymphatic system. So it slows you down. Messes with your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But so the cold will offset that.
Cold will offset that. I mean, literally, I feel like I probably have a week of sleep. I was able to get a full week of sleep. Now, it'll go down. I think for the day, when I do it for the day, I'm usually good, because I don't take them every single day. So,
No, you be bugged out.
It gets you
Mm.
ready.
Well, noted. I haven't done that yet.
Telling you, it gets you right. Even if you go in there, 5 seconds, 10 seconds to start full body, let with the water coming to your face in this area. Let that just come down. It's
like cooling you off. It's like cooling you off. Like,
no, it's not cooling you off. It's increasing your breath, right? Because you're like, it's cold. And so what happens? You start breathing. Your breathing intensifies. So what it does is it allows you to, technically what they say is it allows you to control your breathing, the intensity of anxiety and pressure and so on and so forth. So because you're focused on your breath and not really paying attention to the coldness of the water, throughout your day, it allows you to function. So when you met with challenges and things of that nature, it's an automatic exercise. Plus, you're already vibrant enough to work through it.
Well, I'll take your word for it right now. That's it.
I'm just, that's just, I didn't get into the scientific aspect of it and, all of those other things. Because you see people taking ice baths and, people show you the what and the why, but they don't really tell you, or they'll show you the what and the how sometimes without the why, or the what and the why without the how. I mean, it depends. But they don't really explain it, unless you're going to do your homework and really understand how it affects you.
Yeah, well, definitely. Without a doubt. So, I mean, I see the logic behind it, though. I see that. I know for me, I'll be like, man, I just need to cool off. Like, it's like, man, I'm always on fire. Seems like I'm always like, man, I need to, so, but.
And I do it a little bit more now that I have some other information.
Oh,
I don't like
more
cold showers, man. I don't like, the only thing I like cold is probably the pool or the ocean.
Yeah, if it's hot outside.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not. It's just, it could be a little too cold. Depends.
Yeah.
Right, but
yeah, it's all relative.
Right. So this next thing leads right into, what we always talking about business and what's behind the curtain of business. Right. I'm not sure if you heard of it, but it's called.
What's that?
Wait for it.
Oh, you got something coming on the screen.
No, I'm gonna put it on the screen though.
This cat
I have to get my own.
You got props.
It's called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Yeah, you gotta explain that.
It's in the brain. Anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Yeah, you go have to break that down. The people ain't ready for that.
So it's a part. So this is, and it's really crazy, right? So it's a part of the brain that increases. Now it increases in doctors. It increases in athletes. It increases in first responders, right? It increases in anything that causes you and super professionals, people like that. Really, it causes this part of the brain to grow, which has a direct correlation with your willpower, right? So basically, what it does is under doing the things that you don't want to do, that you hate to do, increase this part of the brain grows, which is a part of developing your willpower.
Oh, wait a minute. So it grows. It's the part of the brain that grows when you do you do things you don't want to do.
Correct. And it has to
Okay.
stay under has to stay intensified, or it'll grow and it'll shrink. It'll grow and shrink.
You got to constantly grow. Yeah, you got to
You got to
keep.
constantly, you got to stay
It's
under,
like it's the muscle. It's a muscle.
basically, but it's responsible for your willpower.
Okay. Wow. Got me all choked up.
Nah, my bad. You know,
It's heavy stuff, man.
it's crazy. So and it only works with things that if you like doing something, it's not gonna grow. It's actually gonna shrink.
Mm.
So it's definitely correlated with what you do not like to do.
I can dig that. I can totally dig that.
I was like, what? And so I did some homework, but I saw an episode on YouTube talking about it. I don't know if I should say his name or not. But it was very, 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 very enlightening, and it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
Makes all the sense in the world. Because the thing is, do the thing that you don't like to do. You got to do it anyway. Just go and do it, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Push through it, right? It's like, but not realizing that there's a benefit, the friction that it causes because we hate doing it actually makes us better at what we're trying to achieve. That single thing in the brain.
Mm. So I see where we headed this morning. This is off the chain right now.
I had to pull out one more topic.
Man, I think it's the cold shower working. I'm here I'm here like, yo, what's good? Hello, everybody. You start dealing with the cortex medium, maximum, whatever the heck.
The anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Look it up.
Yeah.
Check it out. I'm telling you. This is the year of leveling up. So how we gonna understand how to level up? Now it's not just increasing the work. It ain't the hard work. It's the methodical work. It's the smart work. But we understand the what, the why, then we know how to go about it. And I just want to increase my understanding of things, because we're human beings at the end of the day. Why do we tick? Why do we do certain things? Why do certain things affect us, effect us, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so just run, and everything, information comes to you at the proper time. Now, what you do with it, that's a whole different thing. I just saw that it was beneficial to, that I ran across that type of information, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. It was something else. All these things always correlate, like another book or something. You read and similar themes come out. So when you mention the thing about doing something you don't like doing, it's some other book. All these book summaries and all that I'm reading. There was another place that concept was put there. That like what you kind of think about it. In layman's terms, I mean, if you're doing the stuff that you like constantly, I mean, you're not really growing. I mean, you're just doing the same thing over and over. I mean, at a certain point, you just get good at doing whatever you've been doing, so you're not doing nothing else. So, but it's the things you don't like, it's where you win. That's where you win. You start getting into, if you don't like writing, write. If you don't like reading, read. But well, anyway, I'm gonna leave that comment alone. If you don't, if you don't like getting out of bed early in the morning, the more you can train yourself to do that, it actually becomes something. I guess it goes from something you might dislike to something neutral to possibly something you like. So then that's stored. So now you could go after something else that you don't necessarily enjoy.
Correct.
I'll link that to our topic of the day, and what we talk about is business. And it's a mistake to believe that when you own your own business, all you do is do the stuff you like. Like that's a total mistake to believe that. Like, a good portion, especially in your early stages when you're starting, you may not have help, you may not have staff. You're gonna do a lot of things that you don't particularly care for. Um, I mean, it's just how it goes. I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, the recurring theme for me is there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts in anything. When in business, there's no shortcuts. So you're gonna do things you don't like. So with what we're saying here is that, man, some people have the intuition to take something they don't like and find a way. They look at that as a challenge.
Yeah.
Say, how could I get this done with the least amount of effort?
Right.
And some people will sludge through it. Some people won't do it.
Right.
It makes a difference between success and limited success, great success, no success. Doing these little things.
Mm-hmm.
And our business that we're here on is one of those things that people don't like. They don't like it. That's right. So I'm here. I'm making my first bar because this is the year of leveling up. Year 2 of leveling up. Level up year 2. And what's happening here? We get our first good morning. A little late. Good morning to you. Good morning to you as well.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning, mate. So, but level up year 2, because we didn't announce it, since we didn't change it, because we, level up part 2. I think level up's going to be like a 3-year thing. So, but leveling up means really doing stuff that, man, the details, I'm trying to tell you, the details of what you're doing, once you take that next step and you start paying attention to the details, and you start getting locked into details, and you start executing on details, that's where success starts happening. At least you cut all the foliage to find the path to success through wading through the details. And one of the details I found is that the majority of our clients don't want what we do. They don't like what it's not a pleasure center for them, right? But you gotta do it. You gotta pay attention to your stuff. You gotta manage it. And numbers are the scorecard. I will say it over and over again. The financial records are the scorecard. So the way you take care of it tells me a bit about your business. Just off top. Your approach to it, I already know where you are. I already know how you feel. Doesn't mean you can't get somewhere else. But I take a lot of information. I say, oh, this person doesn't care. But then you can't come to me and start talking about this big initiative you want to do. 2 days, a week later, you got a wild hair. And I'm like, you're not taking, I mean, yeah, I hear you. That's the dopamine. That's the dope. The new opportunities are dopamine. That's always exciting. Yo, I'm going to start this new thing. Boom, I'm on fire. Yo, it's off the, I'm ready to go till day 2. Like I always say in working out, when you start working out, the hardest workout is the second one. The first one, you gassed up. The second one, you sore, and you still got to go back. That is always the hardest when you go back to that. You got to be like, boom. So, for the middle medulla, whatever you said, I think
anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Can we get an acronym for this, man? Like, the middle of the brain?
Call it the AMCC.
AMCC. I could work with that. Okay, cool. The AMCC, I think many of us get we struggle with the AMCC because we got a world where it's real easy to not do something but still move forward. It's real easy to avoid hard stuff and still presumably move forward nowadays. You know, but that stuff, you hit. See, you always good at this stuff. Then you get me going, man. I
Well,
was
because
chilling.
but listen, we got to keep spreading the word. Right?
Yeah.
We have to keep because not, and it's not that there's not a lot. It's not that people don't really. There's quite a few people that don't really care. But with circumstances, right? Here's the other thing: is like circumstances. We can't lean on circumstances, right? Circumstances happen, right? But then we got to recognize there's two parts to this. There's a situation. Circumstances could turn to a situation or a problem. If it's a situation, you resolve it. Then if it turns into a problem, that's a harder resolve, right? So we just here bringing some. We talk about these things because we go through these things and we develop ourselves through these things so we can share it with people and give them not just the tabletop surface of information, but the underneath. So it'll be behoove if you take the approach to continuously study, learn,
Oh my gosh.
and understand, and then it's the application, implementation aspect, right? I heard this saying, and it's very, very profound. Now, this could be a perception thing or a perspective thing. It's a perspective thing, but again, some people are limited in their longevity thinking to walk around and to create the perspective, right? So it gets caught in perception.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for it?
I think they are.
You got to work at the level of your dreams and not at the level of your team.
That's hardcore.
So what does that even mean? From my opinion, is you're leveling up. So you don't put somebody in place that can't handle on your team. You don't put somebody in place that can't handle an objective.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You either put them where they need to be that they can handle it. They get trained to move up, or you find somebody in that position to take a hold of that position as you continue to grow in your business or in your life.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, yeah, but there's another part. I know you got another part.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you take that.
No, well, the other part is that what? Wait, say it again.
Work at the level of your dreams and not at the level of your team.
Yeah, but you, presumably being a leader, you still have to forge forward. You still have to work towards the level of your, I always use objectives instead of dreams. That's just me personally. So but you always have to do that.
It was broken down in the context of being around who you hang around is who you somewhat become, right?
Yeah.
And so you're hanging around small-minded naysayers, negative folks. You're living at the level of your team, and it can be personal or it can be professional. So either way you cut.
Obviously, right? Yeah. That
was the context on how it was built, and so it really broke it out even further. If you're really trying to grow, again, you have to push that to the side, let it fall away, and you have to increase your team structure to help. That's going to forge your way to your dreams.
Absolutely. So like they say, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, back to that AMCC, right?
AMCC.
Yeah. So I mean, those people affect your AMCC too, though, because if you in a practice with somebody that just, and it's not a judgment on the person, but if you decide I'm going this way, and they can't even see the path or they don't even be there, some of your interaction with them when it comes to that is useless because they can't even see the path that you're going on. So it doesn't even matter, and it's not about person being a good person or bad person. It's just saying that, look, you can't see what I see. So you have to also train yourself to get to the point where you like how you talk to people or what when you talk to somebody, are you really talking to them to receive information from them? They might be giving information, but you may not really receive it. You listen, it's always a nugget in whatever somebody says, but you gotta use it with a grain of salt and say, okay. Or are you there to enrich them, which also can help your AMCC, because from my standpoint, as you learn things, the more you can teach them, that really solidifies your knowledge.
Absolutely.
And by trying to teach somebody something, it pushes you to know something more. Like it makes you be a little more thorough. It makes you, or it might be pushing you from the theme of doing something you don't want to do. It may force you to express yourself or to share things that you're not used to sharing. You don't want to share. Or
So
you
that's the
might be like,
details you were talking about. That's the details of that statement. That's the
yeah,
details. Because you know what I mean? That's where you work in the details. Because when you're building a team, you obviously right? You're building a team, and you have to push yourself so you can train those that coming behind you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's the devil's in those details right there.
Yeah, but I thought of something interesting when you even made the statement at first.
Mm-hmm.
When you said that you have to work towards the level of your dream, not your team. I put the cliff notes on there. I said what's interesting about that is you have to do that even when it's a team of one, when it's just you.
Yeah.
When it's just you, because you have that other voice just telling you can't this ain't gonna work, this ain't that, boom, yada yada yada. And so, or I know how to do this. This is where I'm stopping. This is like XYZ. I
You
don't
can
really
apply
know.
that statement to so many different things. It's not even funny, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
wearing all those hats. You say, "Oh shoot, I'm the salesperson in my organization."
yeah. I'm this. I'm the
Right?
janitor,
Yeah,
logistics.
yeah. I got to get
I
somebody
got to
else in
clean
this
the
place.
toilet.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you got to do it all. And but then you got this mental thing where you don't put president or CEO on your business card, and then you like, man, I gotta sweep up trash. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to be able to that. Oh man, I got to sweep up trash is the voice you got to not listen to. That's just part of the deal. When you
yeah,
because you to see you
but you know
everything.
what though? Let's sidebar that for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you got to sweep up trash, change some light bulbs, clean the bathroom, that means you have a real organization. You have a building of people that is moving your organization forward.
Yeah, but I'm saying it might just be you. I'm saying when it's just you, it's just you. It's easy for you to get caught up in the I'm this person and I'm that person at the same time. So you have to think, it's easy to be like, because doubt is a huge part of everything we do. I mean, self-doubt is,
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
everybody got that.
Right.
Yeah, everybody got self-doubt, man. And people tell me no, everybody has self-doubt. They question stuff like that. So if you're already questioning, then you get to this point where I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or even worse, I shouldn't have to do that because I'm this, but there ain't nobody else.
Right.
That's really worse. Where you have to be like, yo, just sticking along what you're saying. You operate at the level of your dream, So your dream is be CEO, which presumably means you're gonna have other people working for you. I'm not gonna get on that today, but I'm just saying. So this is just part of the process, the details, the stuff I don't want to do to move me towards really being a chief executive officer of a company I founded. It's gonna suck. Just because, you know what I'm saying, you say I'm this you go to Staples and get your cards or your Vistaprint or whatever, you say you do that, means absolutely nothing. It means that's an aspiration that you have for your plan. But what you put in, the work that you put in is what, puts something beyond that. It put with something there. And that's, I see too much of this, and this is some big time coaching here. This is heavy league business coaching that's coming from people that actually are in business. Man, see, I keep getting petty. I don't know. Anyway, so that thing is, we were having a talk about life coaching. My father said he was going to become a life coach, and I was like, yeah, you kind of, I mean, well,
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that.
I
Don't do him like that.
I'll be in the market.
Don't do
Even
him
though,
like that. Don't do him like that.
Yeah, I did him like that. I was like, yeah.
He only need like 0.5% of client base.
Yeah, he'd be a very small client base. I mean,
That's
compared to what life coaching is the phenomenon right now. Life coaching next to business coaching.
True.
I mean, it's something to do. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
Digress.
My point is that this is an example of coaching because these are the intangible things that you face. The doubt. How do you deal with the doubt? How do you deal with the question? How do you feel like, I felt like I've walked on a hot wire most of my adult life. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I had no clue. It's the reality. People think you start a company or whatever. You know what? You may not get paid for 3 months. You just may not get paid. And it's not like a job where you say, well, I'm done. I'm finished. I quit. Because even when you stop a business, it usually costs money to shut it down. So, you go back. We've talked about it before, burning the boats. When you burn the boat, like, I'm not going back. I'm either going to make it or I'm going to perish. That's it. Now, everybody ain't on it like that.
300, baby.
But what it does
but that doubt, that's speaking to your doubt question, the doubt provides a contrast, right? Because without, there's always two sides, man. You ever had a piece of bread that only had one side?
Can't say that I had. And if I did, I definitely didn't need it. I was like, yo, man, I don't know what's going on here.
You ever drink out of a cup with one side?
No, that would be interesting though.
I mean, what does that even look like?
I have no idea. What's you try to put water on a piece of paper or use it on that aforementioned one-sided bread?
But does paper have one side or two sides?
See, there you go. See, that's what the dude up at the spot. I need to put you on there with him, man. And see, man,
when you break that thing down, it's like, wait a minute. I skated over that thought real quick.
Yeah, that's what dudes hitting me with stuff like that. Is water wet? And first you like, huh? And the answer as given to you, well, water can't be wet to itself. So water isn't wet. Like, you people need to get out more. That's a complete contrast to most of the social media information out here. That's something you sit there. You be like, yo, you talk like that, man. Your friend, you talk about your team. You ain't gonna have many friends with that. People,
right.
It's too much. There's too much to think about. See, you got me choked up. I'm out here. You got me choked up with these things. How many sides does a piece of paper have? Man. And the trick to those questions is to answer the non-obvious one. Like, yeah, that's really, I think the trick is to be like, well, yeah, only has one side. You be like, well, no. Yeah.
Here's another question to your water. Does water go backwards?
Yo, man, that's too much, man. I only got one cup of coffee, man. Water goes wherever it wants to go.
Usually forward, though. Usually forward.
Yeah, that's true.
you get lost. If you get lost and you just follow the water, because the water gonna lead you back to the ocean.
Yo, man. See, I said, where are you people? Who thinks about that?
That's survival 101, man. That's Boy Scout, Cub Scout, Boy Scout, Eagle Scout.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I'm just saying, who thinks about that though? Like, that's off the chain, man. But anyway, I don't even know what we was talking about business coaching, and it turned into is water wet and all this other stuff. But that's the point of like, coaches out here. I think a lot of them are coaching cheerleaders, so they gas you up. So yeah, you can do it. You got the power. But coaching by nature is to help you see something that you may not see, to help you comprehend things you need to get done, to help you push through. The AMCC to help you push through that to get there. Now, your business brain or your business acumen is a constant muscle that has to be developed. And I mean, it just is, man. in leveling up, I'm leveling up my petty as well. And it's a lot of play out here, man. A lot of play. A lot of great Canva designs, a lot of great makeup, glamour shots, things going on. A lot happening out here. There's this people getting mandated that they are this or that. Looks great. A lot of trips, people going over places and all that. I don't know how much revenue these people are generating. I have absolutely no idea. And I said that's the difference. I said people, the business win, it gets to that at some point. The business win, we get to that number. So I don't care what you look like. Yeah. And I think as an accountant, for me, I don't get mesmerized by stuff. And you can make 100 million, a million, 100,000. The accounting is all the same. I could care less. It doesn't matter to me. So this is a scorecard we going on. But what interests me, and in any coaching or anything that I may offer now or in the future, it's about how to take the steps to go to the next level. If you had 100, how we get to 200? You had 200, how you get to 300? 300, let's go to 500. What do you have to do to get there? What's the steps that have to go there? And they're not all clean steps. They're not all big initiatives. We're going to have this initiative.
Nope.
Like I had a conversation with the homie. On the wing side, I was like, yo, one thing that we talking about staffing. And, is a thing about a structural thing like in the management thing. And then I pointed out, I was like, well, first, got to get good hires. Because the issue is if you put a layer of management on top of, inadequate staff, what you gonna get? You either gonna get a management that's gonna leave, or management that's gonna get, to your point, the earlier point, a management that's gonna get corrupted by the inadequate staff. You know what I'm saying? So just adding that person on top doesn't do, especially when you're small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, once again, and this conversation is amazingly staying on task, which is really incredible. But what I was saying is like, look, yo, we it's like in that what you said was really, really important. Like paying attention to your dream, not to level your team, because leadership goes into that too, which is another thing. You got to coach leadership, man. Everybody doesn't lead the same way. Everybody, and you don't have to. But there's certain things, when I take that statement, it's a guiding light. When you're running a business, and then let's say you get past that, you get a team. People like to stay motivated. People like to win. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. No one wants to go into something for it not to work.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, no one does that. Not that I know of. So you get this team to keep them engaged. How savvy are you to keep them engaged in your dream? I'll use dream for the sake of stay linked. In your dream. How do you engage your team to the dream? You know what I'm talking about?
You can say vision if you want to bring it down to a vision.
I like team of dream because I can rap. You know what I'm saying? I can talk like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about right there. So, like, yeah, like that's what, you know. So that, you know, how do you? I mean, because it's how you do it, and I think people run into the mistake. It gets so encapsulated to themselves. Like, you have to share information with this team. So they have to keep coming up because it's impossible for you to reach that dream and your team stay in place. The same one. Now, we talked about in terms of people, you may change them out, but at some point you got to have some continuity. You know what I'm saying? So it's continuity. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the bonus word for the day.
Apply that to your products.
Yeah. Continuity. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, look, sharing information with your team. That's what we talked about, KPIs, and we'll talk about them more this year. But a KPI is a measure. What it says, a key performance indicator. It's a measure that you can use to align your dream with your team. You know what I'm saying? You can use a KPI. So no, you don't have to just go hand out your bank statements to your employee or something like that, and they know every dollar you got or don't have, you know, because you worried about paying them on Thursday night because payday Friday. Hey, you know, these things happen. Yeah, whatever. But to give them something to reach for. So if you know that we got to close this number of clients per month, you know, for you to reach a point, you share that with them. You put it out there. You get, because people like playing games. It's like, oh, yeah. And it gives meaning to what people are doing. Because now you done created a meaning. You say, yo, we about blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you've seen it in different places. Certain fast food things, they got a turnaround time for order, from order to delivery. And you'll see if you on the inside, you look at the drive-thru, it's usually a clock over the drive-thru, or they clocking to see how fast the stuff's going. That's a KPI. They measuring a KPI. To see operationally. Like, yeah. So said fast food restaurant takes that information and builds all the way back to something that's linked to revenue for sure. Like that. They not, even though their books are public, but still, you know, their employees ain't going out looking at the annual report of McDonald's. But
true.
You know, not,
true.
But still.
True.
But you do this stuff. You do that. So now you have a bigger sense of purpose for the people that drink the Kool-Aid. But that's a coaching point. That's a coaching point. As long as you have a business, in my opinion, a small business, when you have a business where you detach how the compensation of the employee to the performance of the firm, you got a problem. And because let's be real, the firm does well, everybody gonna think they should get a raise. You know, everybody gonna think they should get more money. But if the firm ain't doing as well, everybody gonna think they should get a raise. They should get more money. just how it go. It don't matter. So now what I'm saying is you put something in there and say, yo, I want y'all to understand the Tooth Fairy don't bring this money here on this every other Friday. It ain't magically, because you know, most places when you got a job, tell me how many employees really think about where their money comes from when they get paid every Friday. Ain't nobody think about that. When you got a job, man, I'm gonna get my check on Friday, you know. And it's like places where you got to question that, you ain't going to work there. So you don't have that. So when they come work for you and you small, well, guess what? You the one who paying them. So it has to be without, and that's the deal. That's the contract you made. But there's other ways to try to make them understand that there's a direct relationship between what you do and me paying you without it being all, crazy. Because I think often we coddle employees, and then that makes a team weaker. Like, listen, conversely, if those KPIs start slipping, you might have more people starting to go take days off they need to handle some business because they need to find a new job because they're going, no. It's like, man, we ain't been making the numbers. Sure haven't. But guess what? Guess who ain't going to starve? So that's it. You know what I'm saying? So this is a free coaching session right here.
No, I'm gonna add on to the KPIs since you said something about the KPIs. Right. Stay tuned for this, though. Stay tuned for this therapy training.
Oh well, yeah. So this is thug therapy.
KFI, key frustration indicators.
Oh yeah. Well,
looking at the root causes of problems systematically. Where is it broken in the system?
So yeah, so you got higher level. You got to do that afternoon. It's too early. Your stuff is deep. My stuff's simple. Your stuff all deep, man. I'm just saying, look, man. It's business. You gotta level up, people. You gotta think like a business owner.
True.
You have to think like an owner. You have to think like this. If you're gonna, and that's part of the paying attention, vision towards your dream. I'll use dream because people like using that. Dream. You gotta align the dream with your team. You gotta do that. You can't sit around here, And I mean, he'll get to the frustration, but a lot of this, what I'm saying is, it reduces the frustration indicator. It doesn't eliminate frustration, but it reduces it because you getting things systematic. And I mean, things, I don't know anybody that has ever started or ran a business where everything went perfect from day one to them either selling or closing it, except for in a movie or something. And even in a movie, you got to have some plot where, it's never like I can't make the payroll. The story ain't never like I can't make the payroll because the IRS garnished my account. It ain't like that. That's too real. But it is usually something. The deal fell through. Oh yeah, how we gonna do this?
It's not working. What do you mean it's not working?
Yeah.
Such and such ain't get here yet. Well, where is it?
Yeah. It ain't never that, that 20,000 check that cat, gave you bounced, or the wire magically hasn't made it to the bank yet.
Right.
I don't know, and he ain't picking up the phone. Yeah. So I got payroll, and they about to draw the payroll out the account, in a couple hours. So straight Newport moment, Or maybe I've been around the wrong business my whole life. That's not how it works. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what it is. These things don't happen. It's just that, yeah. Yo, man, internet connect, yo.
They
blinked us out.
Off too.
Yeah, they blinked us out. It was like Thanos. He did the snap. What the heck happened? Yo, so, but yeah, man, it's I just do my little coaching. I'm gonna do a little more coaching this year because I got like, knuckle. You got more. Yours is more refined. And, you more like you more gentle with yours. You like.
You think so?
Well, yeah, it's a gentle mind probe, but it's gentle nevertheless. Mine is like, yo, man, what's up with you, man? Yo,
because I'm always trying to I want to try to teach people how to get to the next level, man. Because
well, you empathetic, man,
because this thing ain't no joke. This hot coals, brother.
No, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, but but it contrasts very well. I mean, you real empathetic. You understand it. I'm old, grizzled. I'm grizzled. I understand, but one of the challenges for me is that because there's so much information out here, it's like people could pick up a baton further down the deal, you know, like, because there's so much info out here, like a lot of information. And I think what I have to deal with is that sometimes it's frustrating because I'm like, yo, really? This is what you
Well,
like?
because they challenge it, they challenge the effort that you put into what you do, right? And that's like, what do you mean? As much time I put in for this, for what I do, education wise, time, money, sweat equity, the whole nine, and you want to Google something or somebody told you something, you want to come in and ask me some crazy questions, right? And I get that stuff too.
Oh, well, I wasn't even talking about that part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a fact too. But I was just talking about, like, even for yourself, you know, for themselves, like where they are in the process. And it's like, you'll have this elaborate thing about how your business, my cousin up on in here. Yeah. So my cousins shine out. We getting some you see that?
G. Heyward in the building.
No doubt, in the building right now. So, like, it's what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of information out here.
It is.
That people can kind of, you know, how they, like, you know, with soil, you know, they can fertilize the soil before they jump into something. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you come in, you're like, yo, you asking these questions. And then we get to what you're talking about. They come in, if they get to me, and, you know, they have these things, and I'm sitting here like, yo, have you thought about what you're doing? Like, have you thought about it? That's all. But you know what?
You digress.
I digress, and we here for the people. We here for the people.
That's what it's always all about.
Yeah, it's always about the people. I'm just a little harsher than you. You like the do a mango bottle or whatever you said earlier. AMCC and all that good stuff, man. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
I play differently though. That's all, man.
No, you playing yeah. You in the sandbox by yourself. You know, everybody like, yo, that dude right there.
I bring people in the sandbox with me.
Yeah, but then they got to figure out how to get which sandbox you in. That's like, you know, like, yo, this dude right here is different. But
that's because I walk through the coals, man. I don't, you know, there's some situations people they got to go through the coals, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
they got to go through it. But I guess I try to lay it out like, okay, you're gonna walk through the coals, but these are the things you need to look for. And if you can't really figure it out, just kind of turn your head this way, turn your head that way. Be aware in this, you know, add 2% here, add 10% there.
Yeah.
You know, just because you got to walk through it yourself, right? So a lot of times there's a lot of people out here that have even, you know, mentors, you know, individuals, people I know, people I don't know. There's some people out here that go through challenges and changes really kind of by themselves, in a sense.
Absolutely.
You learn some harsh things by yourself because there was nobody there to tell you about that. You know, so earlier you said you can't hold on to information. It's the greatest sin of all. You got to share information, right? So, you know, I just try to make sure I share whatever information, because whoever walked through the hot coals and shared information with me, and then I walk through my coals and I'm like, oh, okay. Let me keep passing this down.
No doubt. I feel the same way. It's just that I come off a little differently.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, well, in fact, that's my level up. So, you know, as we come to the close, we didn't talk about leveling up for 24. I mean, because this is technically our first show of the year. I mean, and I got to make a comment on that too. But leveling up is when I really feel as though, you know, and I've meditated, prayed, thought about it. I mean, I do need to share more. Be it writing, videos, these things that I've experienced, because there's not enough of this information in the community. You know, in the way that we put it, and it's not necessarily popular. You know, it's not. You know, it's not necessarily. It's not common. It's not, and it's not easy.
It's not dopamine.
Yeah, it's not always not attached to dopamine at all. And but then also it's also not. It is just not. It's not
It's an
comfortable.
AMCC effect.
It is. It's not easy. Nothing. The stuff that we talk about isn't easy. It's not exciting. It's like I'd say, like when you have a house and you might add a room. You tell your friends about that, or you paint. You change the flooring. But if you have to get studs put underneath the foundation and jacked up, there's nothing there. That's not exciting. Nobody wants to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, your crawl space has to get cleaned out and vented. Like the attic. You got to put insulation in the attic. That's not, who cares about that? No one cares about that. You got to get a pipe, a line snaked because it's all backed up. That's not a home improvement anybody wants to talk about. But guess what? You better do it. You best to do it, or all that pretty stuff you put in there ain't nothing happening. And so that's what we talk about, the stuff that's like that. I really had to come to that realization. I said, man, look, even in our accounting practice and what we do here with media, it's not glamorous. I mean, we make it pretty glamorous as much as we can, but it's not. But these are how and from studying and reading these books and going through those headweight deals, this part is what's missing. This is how you get to success. This stuff that it ain't clean, man. And it's not say it's dirty, but it's not clean. You have to put it this work.
It's not a straight line.
Not straight line. You have to learn. And I think what was our point is that we're learners. We're not sitting here like we at the end of the rainbow and saying, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, we're learning and we're bringing it as we're learning it. So whatever challenge that I might throw out to somebody, I'm challenging myself. Trust me. I mean, no way, I'm not at a limit of where I want to be. So I'm challenging. So, I just had to say, so the level up for this year is more sharing of information. And, like you said, I go all deep, we got Rev on here, but I don't want to misquote all this. But what I'm saying is, I mean, it's a big sin. God made you who you are, gave you the talents you are. And if you don't share the information with other people, what are you doing? You gonna take it with you? That's what you're gonna do. Yeah, you gonna to make the world better and do it. Our movement, right, is business. That's our movement. Oh, word, yeah. Red said, yes, sir. I like it. All right, good. That's what I said. I said it right. Yeah, but this is what we're doing. So I know I got to do more. But people, look, man, stuff. Nothing's out here is easy. If stuff was easy, everyone would do it.
Everyone would do it.
And so that's what I say. So when we come here, as I said, I've come to it. So this is all in the 24 level up. What we talking about? We leveling up. But I do want to say one thing. One thing before I let you go, because we started late, but still, it's whatever.
It's all good.
That one of our largest streams to date was last episode with you and the esteemed Nicole Cooper. It blew up.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't checked.
That was a good episode. It was a good episode.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good episode. Nice. That's it. So that is so exciting for me because, along with this, what I was just saying, more voices. There has to be more voices in this realm of small business, accounting, finance, Black-owned business, whatever. We need more voices, and we need more voices for people that's on the ground, that are doing things and see things different ways. I've never done this, so it's just, listen to me. Listen to me. So that was the case. Like I was 2 in. I was like, yo, I need you to get on here with me. Because I was like, I'm not going to sit here and just talk. I could do it in short joints. But no, I was very, very happy Very happy with you and Nicole, man. So happy. Y'all need to do it again.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it again. I told her. She was like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely."
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Come on in and
But
hang out with us.
yeah, but plus she brings, and then this thing, she brings another set of eyes or ears, to come listen to us, our foolishness. But that's the thing. They might just come back, So I wanted to just actually prop that up and be like, yo, because that was the first live show of the year, the two of y'all.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's pretty impressive. So it makes me the happiest.
We just leveling up the team.
I know.
Yeah, we have a great team, man. We have a great team. Great team.
Yeah, it gets better every day.
We have a great team.
It gets better every day. There's stuff that's going on while I'm in wherever I am. Things are happening. So that's it. I done took all the air out the room. That's it. And it's almost time for me to take some more cold medicine. But yeah, it's like that. I mean, we almost close to the hot toddy stage. Go ahead and get this done right here. Yes. Go ahead and knock it out. But we're good, man. We're good.
All right, remember, people, the key word is anterior mid-cingulate vortex.
Well, you say AMCC, so it should be AMSC, right?
Oh, excuse me, AMCC.
Wait,
anterior. It's the anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Oh, so mid-singular, does that have an S or a C?
It's a C, mid-cingulate.
Oh, fancy. You see, I thought I was like mid-singular.
Mid-cingulate cortex.
And in layman's terms, that is the portion of the brain where you explain it better than me.
It's a portion of the brain that increases your willpower. It's a muscle in the brain that increases your willpower, the power to live, and then doing the things that you do not like to do.
All right.
So let's flip it around. Delayed gratification. So you start playing with certain terms that we're familiar with, and we go, oh wait, that applies to this, that applies to that. Now we understand it from a surface level to an undertone, a foundation, right? Substance. So sub meaning under, stance meaning you standing on top, right? Standing on business, leveling up.
Yeah, you gotta go. Don't get me started. Standing on business. I could do a whole show on standing on business. Oh, what is this standing on business, bro?
I think I throw into one of them common statements that's out there. You know what I mean? There's some stuff out there that's like real funny, contradicting that statement, and people use it too.
Yo, you almost set me off, man. I've been talking about standing on business for like 4 weeks. Standing on business. You might be sitting on broke, but that's all right. Stand up. I have no more words. I'm done. I'm finished. I am completely done I'm done. That one
slowly back away.
Yeah, I gotta back away from the microphone because I can't. Yeah, all right then. So look. This has been another exhilarating episode of the Heyward CPA live stream. Would like to thank everybody that checked in with us, all the shout outs. Every other Saturday we record. We're here, come in, shoot any questions you have, any comments you have. You could always email us. Put a comment on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We can have a question. You can reach us. Facebook page, LinkedIn page. I think we're on LinkedIn. Yeah, we're on LinkedIn today on my profile. So put some questions there, comments, any discussion topics. As you see, we dwell into the human aspect of doing business along with the finances. So it's a little bit more than, tell a friend and tell a friend. It's not just I sit up here and explain the balance sheet. I'm like, okay, on this side of the balance sheet, you know, we try to
If
make
you
it
want
make
to stand
sense.
on business, go to biztherapy.info. Check us out.
No, man, you do not want to stand on business, go to biz therapy. As a matter of fact, if your business is standing on you, that's when you go to biz therapy.
True.
That's what it's biz therapy.
Biztherapy.info.
You standing on business, I'm presuming you're good.
That everybody needs some help somewhere.
No, it's standing on it. Yo, man, I can't. I'm not going down this. See, you baiting me.
I'm breadcrumbing you right now. So.
Yeah, you are baiting me. I can't do it, man. We're gonna start the next show. We're gonna talk about this now. Now I got to talk because I need to know exactly what that means. Someone has to let me know what that means.
I ain't figured it out yet.
And that's something that's happening now. Like what was happening before?
It's a new trend.
But what's gonna happen next year? If you standing on it now, what you gonna do? Jump on it next year?
I don't know.
All right, man. That's it, man. Yo, it's been real. Heyward CPA.com, biztherapy.info, right?
.info, yeah.
Yeah, all that. We out. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. We'll see you soon. Peace.